Welcome to Rebel Squadron. The Empire is spreading terror across the galaxy, and we need your help to break its iron grip.
It is time to bring the pain, recruit.
Welcome back, recruit. It's time to learn how to field strip a blaster. Now, if we come over here to the squad arena, this is where you pitch your squads against other people's squads. You can use any squad you want. There are a lot of squads that are favored by, especially the higher end competitive players. So, especially once you get at the end game levels, there's not going to be as much variability. I see a lot of Jedi Knight Revan, some Luke Skywalker, CLS, occasional Emperor. So it can be fun, but it's a little bit limiting as well. But it is an important part of the game, so you want to make sure you hit that, especially for your daily objectives. With the squad arena, it does give you a chance to test out different squads. One of the great things about the game is the theory crafting. You can put together different squads with completely different tags and come up with some really powerful squads. So it's a good place to test them out in the places like the squad arena. And yeah, it's a useful tool for things other than just pure PvP. And as we travel over here to the Galactic War Table, you have a series of battle nodes, and each one is more difficult than the next. You got your white, yellow, and purple level. After you beat the purple one, it resets back to the white. So it's basically a wave of different difficulty levels. Once you get all the way to the end, then you get all of your Galactic War rewards for that day. And again, it's a great place for testing squads, especially when you're at a lower level and your squads aren't as powerful. There's a downside to it because at level 85, the squads really don't. It's pretty easy to get through it once you have some really powerful squads to work with. So there is that limitation with it. Now, especially when you're starting off, my advice is to rotate your squads as you work your way through the table. The white node is the easiest one, so I suggest using a lower powered squad that you have to get through that one. And then same thing with the yellow. Maybe use a little more powerful squad, and then with the purple, use one of your best squads, and just rotate through it. So that, because as you go from battle to battle, your characters do not regenerate their health or protection. It's an endurance race is what it is. So when you rotate your squads like that, it helps to keep them fresh and gives you a better chance of clearing the table. And you definitely want to clear that table, because once you clear the table 50 times, you then get this multi-sim option. And once again, this is going to make life a lot easier for you. It gives you, now unfortunately it doesn't give you the option to pick a certain number of battles, but it will sim the entire table for you in a split second. And if you don't, it can be very time consuming trying to work your way through the entire table. So with that multi-sim option, it clears it out in a split second. You get your rewards for the day, your currency, and it's a really nice feature there. I was kind of hating life there before I managed to unlock that. So yeah, let's all right, so let's back out and let's go ahead let's go ahead and jump to the ships table. So we're gonna start off with the fleet challenges, and as you can see, there's not as many, but same general principle. You got your different tiers, and once you get 3 stars on all of the tiers, you have the ability to use the multi-sim to clear out whatever challenges are available for that day. And when you got certain days where all 3 of them are open, and it makes your life so much easier trying to get through them all. And in this case, these challenges focus mainly on ship credits and ship building materials, as you might expect. And then we head to the fleet battles. Alright, same general thing as the light and dark battles in the main cantina. Except this time it focuses on the ships, ship abilities. Now with the hard nodes, you once again have character shards, but it alternates between ship shards and the actual character shards. But overall, it's pretty much the same thing. And then we'll move over here to the fleet arena. Same thing as the squad arena, only this one involves the ships of the game. Most of the ships do have pilots, and you need both the pilot and the ship unlocked in order to be able to use it. However, the newer ships they've been putting out have been ship only. They don't require a pilot, so once you unlock that ship, you can actually use it without needing anybody to pilot it. So that seems to be a permanent change they've made, and honestly, it's not a bad one there. So, oh yeah, and you also do need a capital ship. So that the capital ships do need a admiral or whatnot to be able to actually operate the ship. In this case, we got the Chimera with Grand Admiral Thrawn as the pilot, or fleet commander, and that sums up the basics for the fleet stuff. So let's go ahead and head back to the cantina. Now, at this particular table, they have various events, and these events give all kinds of different things. They'll drop character shards, ship shards. You'll see here the Home 1 Fleet Mastery event. That will drop the Home 1 shards with Admiral, that requires Admiral Akbar. All kinds of ship ability materials. You'll get credits, Omegas, Zetas. Just about everything you can think of can be found in these events. And there are certain special events. A lot of these events come around every month. There are certain special events that are kind of rare, only come around every so often. A good example is Clash on Camino. That event is where you unlock General Anakin Skywalker, who is still one of the best characters in the game. He's difficult to get. Requires a lot of different characters to be able to unlock him. From what I've heard, it's a fun event, and I'm getting pretty close myself to being able to run it. And when that happens, I'll try to get a video up in case you're interested in seeing it for yourself. I'm very much looking forward to that. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on with the events, and you definitely want to make sure you hit those as much as possible. Now, one of the newest additions to the holotables is the Scavenger Table. This is mainly for endgame stuff. When you get your characters maxed out, like Gear 13, then you have the option to relic them. And in order to relic them, you have to get these components. You need those in order to raise their relic level. And you get those components in large part by selling off or scrapping all of these other gear components. I believe there are other ways to get those, but by and large, this is how you're gonna get these particular relic components. So it's something to keep in mind. That's why my advice is to grab gear wherever you can, even with say these challenges. even if you're level 85 and this gear isn't really doing anything for you, I would grab it anyways, because you can always scrap it for those relic components. Normally I would advise against hoarding stuff, at least in real life, but in this case, you know, hoard away for the horde. And let's see here. Last but not least, we got Grand Arena. And if you've watched any of my Grand Arena videos, you should already have a pretty good idea about what's going on here. This is the Mac Daddy of the PvP community within Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. They're intense battles. You can win titles, portraits, and gear through the feats, which are these over here. For this particular round of battles, there's nothing going on as far as that goes, but you do have the possibility of earning stuff like, you know, Omega abilities, and I think you even get Zeta abilities at the higher levels. And it's a very challenging event. It's actually a lot of fun. This is definitely where all your squad management is going to come into play the most, because if you've done a good job with your squads and your resources, you're going to have a better chance of winning throughout this event. So yeah, it's definitely something to keep in mind. And like I said, I got plenty of Grand Arena videos uploaded already. I'm going to keep putting them out for as long as I'm doing this, so don't be afraid to check them out. Wink wink. Good job, recruit. You can reassemble that blaster with your eyes blindfolded. Congratulations on completing week 3 of Noob Camp. I'll see you in the cantina, recruit. This is Rebel Squadron out.
Recruit dismissed, for now.